That is a man, if he's not a teacher, I tell you, he can get the absolute best out of children, as you've seen on the screen. So thank you very, very much for that. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. I think, as you can see, it's very nice to be here in the conference center. We're able to be here to be spaced out. We could not do that without the support of everyone in Hostras. And I would like particularly thank Bridget, who I think is here or was here. Bridget, are you still with us? Okay, Bridget has had to go, but Bridget, who is the head of Hostras, and all the team, particularly all the team here at the conference center who've been helping us over the days, putting it together. Particularly, I'd like to thank Funke, who I think has snuck into our office, but Funke, who's in charge of the conference center here, who's been giving us support and made this all available. Thank you very much. Everything has been made available to us. And of course, let me not forget, already mentioned Mrs. Okori and all the teachers. Because of the numbers, we won't all be able here today, but I'd like to thank all the teachers and all the students for being able to put the work in. This doesn't happen by magic. This happens after a lot of hard work by children and by teachers. So I'd like to thank them all. And last but not least, I would like to thank you all as parents. Nothing happens without parents. I've written it regularly, particularly in this time of COVID. It has been amazing, the support we have had from all parents. and particularly from our PTA chair, Mrs. Oke, who is with us today. Mrs. Oke, thank you. Thank you all so much for the support. It has been absolutely wonderful. I'm glad that in thinking in September, we thought, will we actually have a December production? I'm very, very pleased that we were able to do something. I'm very, very pleased that the children have been able to showcase it. And thank you to everybody for coming along. And thank you for everyone involved in making it happen. Thank you very much. I'm going to close there because they are queuing at the door to come and see the second session. So thank you very much for coming. If I can ask if you can go out that door so that you don't get mixed up in the queue of hundreds and hundreds, not hundreds, sorry, that's not social distancing, of exactly 50 people who are lining to come in the next show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening and welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your patience. We had such fun at the first performance that we ran a little bit late, but I'm glad you've all been patient and waited. Thank you for taking the time. Okay, welcome. My only job is to say welcome to the International School of IITA's December production. But it is not me who is going to take the lead this evening. You have come here to see the children. You have come here to see all the children. The December production this year is a little bit different because life is a little bit different at this point in 2020. But that doesn't mean that we can't do things. It doesn't mean that our children can't be creative, and it doesn't mean they can't show their talents. So I'm going to hand over to two of our children. We had two children who were with us earlier and led the program. We had Miss Obedience. Thank you, Miss Obedience. We had Miss Onyenyechi. And for the second show, we have Miss Aramide and Master Abdi. So enough of me. Time for me to give this microphone back to Abdi and hand over the show. Thank you very much and enjoy.
Hello everyone, you are welcome to our 2020 December production. This year, we'll be celebrating in a very unique way because we're still observing social distancing and other COVID-19 protocols. As a unique school, we always find a unique and special way to celebrate our activities.
We are celebrating December production virtually from different perspectives.
As you know, there are very important international celebrations in December. We have chosen some to present to you.
Now, my audience, may I know the festivals you celebrate only in December? I will only ask 3 people. Anyone? Yes, you, sir. Introduce yourself and tell us the festival you celebrate only in December.
I'm Isaac Lewich from the clinic, Priscilla and Giles' daddy. We celebrate Christmas. My family celebrates Christmas during December.
A round of applause for him. Yes, you, ma'am. Introduce yourself and tell us the festival you celebrate in December.
My name is Ezine Ibe. Apart from Christmas, I know there's a pagan winter festival celebrated in December, but I don't know the details of it.
A round of applause for her. Yes, you, ma'am. Introduce yourself and tell us the festivals you celebrate in December. Yes. Yeah. Okay, a round of applause for her. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fun-filled day? Are you ready? I promise you, at the end of this show, you will agree with us that this is a December to remember.
Our first presentation is focused on Yom Kippur. This is a Jewish festival of atonement. During this festival, people ask for forgiveness and live in peace with one another.
Let's welcome our youngest learners as they present their dance on Yom Kippur.
Ho, 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 ho!
Shabbat everyone. Let's get ready for Yom Kippur.
Let's be friends, make amends. make amends. Please say you'll forgive me. The 10 days up to Shuva, time to make up, time to pray. Take my hand and I'll take yours. Let's be friends for always. Let's be friends, make amends. Now's the time to say I'm sorry. Let's be friends, make amends. Please say you'll forgive me. The 10 days up to Shuva, time to make up, time to pray. Take my hand and I'll take yours. Let's be friends for always. Let's be friends, make amends. Now's the time to say I'm sorry. Let's be friends, make amends. Please say you'll forgive me.
Beautiful. I enjoyed that so much that I felt like dancing with them. I hope you did too. Next, we are going all the way to India to celebrate new beginnings, prayers, fireworks, and exchange of meals. Let's welcome our pre-KG students with the Festival of Lights, Diwali!
Ho, ho, ho!
Hello everyone, welcome to pre-kindergarten presentation on Diwali.
was carried away. Well done, Pre-KG. That was a fantastic dance. Next, St. Nicholas Day is celebrated on the 6th of December by many countries around the globe. He was a bishop known for his generosity. Today, we call him Santa Claus.
The kindergarten students have been good and will receive a gift from Santa. Let's welcome them as they come forward.
Ho, 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 ho.
Hello everyone. Please enjoy our St. Patrick's Day dance. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated on Ireland on March 17. The three symbols are shamrock, leprechaun, and wearing green. Please enjoy our St. Patrick's Day dance.
Hey diddle hi diddle diddly dee, dance and sing with the shamrock beat. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly do, leprechaun dance around a pot of gold. I'm a little shamrock, short and green.
Shamrock, short and green.
I have four leaves as you can see.
As you can see.
If you need some luck, then call on me.
Call on me.
'Cause I am a shamrock, short and green.
Shamrock, short and green.
Hey diddle hi diddle diddly dee, dance and sing with the shamrock beat. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly do, leprechaun dance around a pot of gold. Leprechaun, leprechaun, where you be?
Leprechaun, where you be?
With your red hair and your suit of green.
Red hair and your suit of green.
You sing and dance with your wee little feet. Why try to hide your gold from me? Hey diddle hi diddle diddly dee, dance and sing with the shamrock beat. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly do, leprechaun dance around a pot of gold. Beyond the rainbow, unicorn fly. With a flowing mane and a twinkle in your eye. Will the unicorn stay inside and hide? Or will we see you flying high? Hey diddle hi diddle diddly dee, dance and sing with the shamrock beat. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly do, leprechaun dance around a pot of gold. Don't look through the moon in the cold night air, 'cause you might see a banshee sitting up there, purring and combing her long, long hair. But she'll disappear quick if you stop and stare. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly dee, dance and sing with a shamrock beat. Hey diddle hi diddle diddly do, leprechaun dance around a pot of gold.
Thank you, KG students, with your wonderful presentation. That was very good. Let's move on. It's always good to celebrate the victory of light over darkness. Let's welcome the first graders as they present their dance on Festival of Lights on Diwali.
Ho, 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 ho.
Happy Diwali!
ये दिन जहां में हर कहीं भर दे रोशनी खुशी के प्यार की। दिल दिल से वो मिला दे हर चेहरा
Wow, well done, everyone. Next is the Jewish festival, which is symbolized by lighting of candles. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome our second graders with their Hanukkah dance.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh Hanukkah, light the menorah. Let's have a party, blow this horror. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Some moment to play with that light as you eat. While we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a horror. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sip open into play with that light as we meet. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a horror. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sip open into play with that light as we eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Another round of applause for them. Thank you, grade 2. That was fantastic. Can any parents here dance like that? Never mind. I know you're all good dancers. Next, we travel all the way to America for this particular celebration titled Kwanzaa. It is an African American celebration of life, which is observed to welcome the first harvest to the home. It teaches the 7 principles of life. Let's welcome the third graders as they tell us all about it.
Ho, 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 ho.
In the country of our Lord, there was a lot of injustice going on. People did not get their human rights, so they decided to protest. You have a right and I have a right. So let's see what happened when they protested.
Give us our rights! 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 Silence! The president is here.
I know that you are all here, but first, what do you want?
What do we want? I want to be able to live in my country peacefully, not being tortured every day.
Mr. President, whenever I have an idea, somebody comes out of nowhere and shuts me up. This is not fair. I cannot stay silent in my entire life in this country for no reason. Please, fix this problem. I need freedom of thought, belief, and religion. I have to go to church to praise my God. Look at the time. I'm supposed to be in
Ho, 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 ho.
Each Each December, the outreach program receives numerous inquiries about the festival Kwanzaa. This celebration is not a festival originating any of the 55 African countries, nor is it an African Christmas celebration. Kwanzaa is an African American celebration of life from 26 December to 1 January. Dr. Malana Karenja introduced the festival in 1966 to the United States as a ritual to welcome the first harvest to the home. Dr. Karenja created this festival for Afro-Americans as a response to the commercialism of Christmas. In fact, one might say that Kwanzaa has similarities to Thanksgiving in the United States or Yam Festival in Ghana and Nigeria. The word Kwanzaa is a Kiswahili spoken in Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya, word meaning first. 5 common sets of values are central to the activities of the week. In gathering reverence, commemoration, commitment, and celebration. The 7 principles in Gaza Sabah utilize Kiswahili words: unity, umoja, self-determination, kujichagulia, collective work and responsibility. Ujima, cooperative economics. Ujama, purpose, Nia, creativity, Kumba, and faith, money. Each of the 7 candles signify the principles, like the Jewish Hanukkah candles are used to represent concepts of the holiday. 7 principles, 7 harvests. Basic concepts for living are sensible, embodies in Kwanzaa 7 principles, to remind us to practice the fundamentals, purely plain, purely simple. The Nozu Samba helps us to become invisible. Umoja is oneness. Within self is the focus. Unify 4 inseparables for wholeness. Kuchichakulia is self-affirmation based of destiny of all creation, gain understanding, maintain translation. Ujima is the communal family collectively working, sharing responsibility to become the best ancestors, descendants we can be.
Ujama is expressing fully we understand our destinies requires using resources cooperatively. Nia is knowing we are multi-purpose to thrive from within to bring life to the surface. Provide understanding to the creator who birthed us. Kumba is the creative process who caused all the things to exist. Instruction ourselves to get fundamental access. Imani is faith, who help motions vibrate, persistence and patience interrelate. Then Gozu Sabang Gozu must be planted in Africa, Utamawazu. The basic context for being optimal, Ashe Heka help Watoto so harvest much our genetic potential.
Umoja is the first of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Umoja serves as a call to maintain unity in the family, community, nations, and race. Hold together, my brothers and sisters, embodies that message of unity. Unite, my brothers and sisters. Here we are on distant shores, searching for love once lost. Knowing our pains and suffering was an ocean of love lost. Can't you see the sun is shining, bringing energies of love to all? Come, my people, unite. Wake up, stand up, be the love for all. The bells are ringing. It's time to answer to the call of oneness. Get together, my brothers and sisters. It's time we must unite as one. Unite, unite. It's time to unite.
It was after I looked upon a forest that I now understand what a family is. Each tree drops a seed that every tree looks after until that seed becomes a tree, like its aunts and uncles. Brothers and sisters, what does siblings mean? As you look after my child, I look after yours, at least in our African tradition. One of the worst tricks of our adopted culture is that we think we are all brothers and sisters, rather than concerned for descendants. We are brothers and sisters. Thus I ask if we have any brotherhood or sisterhood. What are the two? Will those who call me child, will those who call me brother look after my child? Do you look after the children of other people? If not, will you call another a sibling? I am grateful for my ancestors for allowing me the wisdom to put meaning behind my appellations. And I promise to my siblings that I will, to my ability, be a brother to you all.
We are grateful for Ujima, Ujama, and Kujijagulia. Together, we are leaving a legacy that is worthy and peaceful. We strive to embrace the oneness of Ujama and Nia. As for Kwanzaa brings hopes and fulfills many promises. Kumba and Imani, creation and faithfulness. We are grateful for Kwanzaa as it is time to celebrate ourselves through fellowship and purpose. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Happy Kwanzaa!
Jerusalem, ikayalami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Ilondoloze, 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 zungangishilana. Ilondoloze, 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 zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Jerusalem,
Wow, thank you, grade 3. Another round of applause for them. Audience, always remember the 7 principles of life to guide you. Next is the Human Rights Day, which is celebrated on the 10th of December. This celebration focuses on the freedom of people across the globe. Let's welcome the grade 4 students to tell us all about this.
The country of our love, there was a lot of injustice going on.
Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho!
In the country of our love, there was a lot of injustice going on. People did not get their human rights, so they decided to protest. You have a right and I have a right. So let's see what happened when they protested.
Give us our rights! 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 Give us our rights!
I know that you are all here, but first, what do you want?
What do we want? I want to be able to live in my country peacefully, not being tortured every day.
Mr. President, whenever I have an idea, somebody comes out of nowhere and shuts me up. This is not fair. I cannot stay silent in my entire life in this country for no reason. Please, fix this problem. I need freedom of thought, belief, and religion. I have to go to church to praise my God. Look at the time. I'm supposed to be in church right now. I have a heaven to go to. Think about this. My children has not been going to school for 3 years. Look at her. She has broken her leg.
I've not been going to school in this country since I was in this country. Why can't I go to school in my own country? Mr. President, I want my right to education.
Mr. President, give us freedom of expression. Do you want judgment to come before we start talking? If I want to talk, someone just come and shut me up. Mr. President, please let us talk.
Which one of these rights have you given us, huh?
I understand the situation. But first, I know that all these rights are important and we need freedom of expression and all other rights you are talking about, because we need freedom of thought, belief, and religion so that people will be able to go to church or mosque any day, anytime. We need freedom from torture and inhuman treatment so that people can live peacefully without being killed. We also need freedom of expression so people can share their ideas and express themselves freely. We need right to education so children can be able to go to school and learn. And in this administration, I will ensure that all these rights are in place to make this country a peaceful country.
Human rights, human rights, human rights, human rights.
From the very beginning of your life,
Human rights, human rights.
you were born with something called human rights.
Human rights, human rights.
It don't matter who you are, everybody near and far. You got rights, we got rights, everybody's got their human rights. You got rights, we got rights, everybody, everyone, everywhere has human rights. Everyone, everywhere has human rights.
Human rights, human rights, human rights, human rights.
Regardless of race, color, sex, or religion.
Human rights, human rights.
No matter about your language, status, or your origin.
Human rights.
It don't matter who you are, everybody near and far. You got rights, we got rights, everybody's got their human rights. You got rights, we got rights, everybody, everyone, everywhere has human rights. Everyone, everywhere has human rights. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no one has a right to take your rights from you.
Human rights, human rights.
It don't matter who you are, everybody near and far. You got rights, we got rights, everybody, everyone, everywhere has human rights. Everyone, everywhere.
This is Joy Berry reminding you that like all kids, you have human rights. To learn more about them, go to kidsforglobalpeace.com.
Thank you for your presentation. We really enjoyed it. Now, Christmas is a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. It's a time to be charitable. Go visit friends and families and exchange gifts. It's similar to what our Muslim brothers do on Eid festivals. Let's welcome the fifth graders as they show us their Christmas dance on All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true.
Wow, well done, guys. That was a beautiful dance. Some lovely moves. Now, parents, it's time as usual to see what you can do. We, we want you to participate in this show. May I have 3 volunteers, please? Yes, you, ma'am. You. Please come out. Yes, you, sir. The man. The man in orange. Sorry. Sorry, you, sir. Yes, you, sir. The man in red and black. This one. Yes. Please stand on the stage. You will do grade 5's dance for us. So watch carefully. Let's begin.
ho, ho, ho!
Please dance in your own way.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true.
Good job. A round of applause for them. Second. Thank you for those wonderful steps. You are all winners. Good job.
Still on Christmas mood, let's welcome our middle school friends for their Christmas presentation.
Ho, ho!
On top of a magic mountain, on a rustic Christmas Eve, something strange happened, something you might not believe. For in a place where the sky was overcast and the chilly wind roared, there lay a mysterious snowman footprint with mysterious freckled fractals. 6 siblings stood their ground. They were curious and questioning. The wondrous sight of the fractals filled them with fear and longing. Son was the eldest. He set out first. The others waited. They would come at his behest. In amazement, he called and prodded the mysterious fractals. He let out a cry. He grabbed his chest and he fell down dead. Lapping, the second eldest, could not await Song's arrival. She set out sleeping, fearing for her survival. She gazed at Song lying breathless and hoped for his revival. She wondered at the mysterious fractals. She prodded them, hoping for some victuals. Suddenly, a chilly cold wind came and knocked Lapping down without mercy. She let out a cry. She grabbed her chest and she fell down dead. Wonky was the silly one, as silly as can be. Worried and afraid, he went out looking for his brother, saying, "I hope nothing gets me. I hope nothing gets me." He saw the mysterious fractals and felt a strange tug. He touched it. Oh, the silly, silly mud. And just like his brothers, he let out a cry. He grabbed his chest and he fell down dead. Ricket stood in the thicket, wondering what was going on. She walked a while, then stopped. Her brothers were gone. She saw the mysterious fractals, felt a strange tug. She prodded them, wondering if it was a rug. She let out a cry. Ow! She grabbed her chest and she fell down dead. Poki was filled with dread. Where were his brothers? Were they all dead? He went in search of them and saw them all lying helplessly. He was shocked, but the mysterious fractals drew him in mercilessly. He prodded them, scrutinized relentlessly. He let out a cry. Oh! He grabbed his chest and he fell down dead. Samantha was the youngest and most frightened of them all. She went out looking for her brothers. She saw them all lying breathless. She saw the mysterious fractals and prodded them. She let out a cry. Ah! She grabbed her chest and she fell down dead. And now, a strange thing began to happen. The mysterious fractal started to glow and sparkle. The sparkle became a man. Was it? Could it be? Yes, it was. It was Santa Claus. He looked around, confused at what just occurred. He shared gifts as Merry Christmas, he murmured.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
After that, he blew at them the breath of Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Then he walked away, for he had a lot to do that day.
Merry Christmas!
The siblings woke up and found their gift. They were overcome with joy and burst into dance.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Yes, I did.
But the very next day, you gave it away.
Yeah.
This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Yeah, we got a sound, make the world go round. Yo, it's 9-8, still coming through with the get down. But this time it's Christmas, cold outside. Everybody looking good, even bombs looking fly. And it's on like that. Yo, it's time to represent. Trying to stay alive, spreading love through your friends. We still shining, keeping it nice this year. Yo, I'm trying to pay my dues, prepare for next year.
I gave you real love and you took it for granted. Promised you the world and you couldn't even handle it. Sweets and the roses was yours, no doubt. But you played me wrong, now you gotta ride out.
You know I shed some tears last time because of you. Now my mind is free and the love is brand new. No more game show, it's time to move on. No more sleepless nights and the same old sad song.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I'll give you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Check it out. Now how we met, girl, I can't forget. Remember last Christmas and the times we slept. We mind and mold, touch and hold, never letting go until one of us say so. Sharing love on a affectional glance. Come on, holding hands as we advance. Can you last? It's a pleasure to always be next to a woman with a sense of life and personality.
Yeah, on this day. I give it, then I wanna say you.
We trust you have enjoyed our presentations from different classes. The students and our wonderful teachers have worked so hard to put them together. A round of applause for them.
A big thank you to Mrs. Okori for putting all this together. A round of applause for her.
Before we round up this show, we have one more song for you titled Feliz Navidad, sung by grade 2 to 8, observing social distancing and other COVID-19 rules and protocols.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año, felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año, felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz
Happy Christmas, everyone, and a happy holiday.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Aramide. Thank you, Abdi, for leading us through the program. You did a wonderful job. Could think a round of applause for our MCs. Absolutely wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the presentations. Yes. So I know the children are not here, but many of the children are watching online at home at the moment. So I think we should give a big round of applause for all the children so they can hear us at home. Well done, children. Great, great, great work. Well done. Thank you. Okay, it falls to me to have the honor of saying some thank yous to everybody who's been involved in this and everybody who has supported the school throughout the year. Let me start by thanking someone who unfortunately can't be with us this evening because he's on duty elsewhere, not elsewhere inside Ibadan, elsewhere outside the country, so couldn't join us. But without the continued support of the DG, Dr. Sanginga, there is no way we would be able to do the things that we do in school. So I think we'd like to thank Dr. Sanginga for all his support in everything we do in the school. I'm very pleased that with us today, we do have the acting DG, Miss Hilda Cooper. So thank you very much. Hilda's very, very much involved in the school. Thank you for everything you do in the school every single day. Two people in the management team who are constantly involved with the school and sit on our school steering committee are Miss Lillian Mendoza, who helps me every single day, and Mr. Dennis Malenga, who's not with us at the moment, again, sits on the steering committee and helps us. It's great to know within the school that we have the full support of the management in everything we do. That has been particularly important over the last, what are we now, 8 months, and that we've been dealing with this most unusual situation. So there's a number of people who are not here, but I am definitely going to say thank you to, not just for what they did for the performances, but what they do every minute for the school. Our school would not have been able to reopen safely if it was not for the support that we had from Dr. Adeleke and everyone at the clinic. So I think a big round of applause for the clinic for making sure that all of our children have stayed safe this year. Thank you, Dr. Adeleke. We have some representatives from the clinic with us today. So thank you all at the clinic for everything that you're doing. I also have to thank Mr. Quada. Wahid is not here. He's not in the country at the moment. But without Mr. Quada doing all of the construction to start the school, to get the children back, he's got our fence. We've got our gates so that we secure. He made sure that we have sinks so that all the children can wash their hands regularly and everything is in place. So without Mr. Quada and the support of FMS, we would not be having a school at the moment. So I think a big round of applause for everyone at FMS and everything they do. In conjunction with FMS, I'm sure as parents, you've all been at the school, you've seen all the additional support that we've been getting from security in order to make sure that we're able to check everyone coming into the school, have temperature check and keep everything secure. So I think for today, I would like to thank Mr. Oluwadare and all the team at security for everything they do and all the support they give us. So a big round of applause for our security team and all our security guards who spend days at the school out in the sun, making sure that the children are kept safe. Let me come back to this performance. Wow, what a performance. Was that a phenomenal performance? Did you think it was a phenomenal performance? Are you sure? Okay, well, it would not have been. Well, it would still have been a phenomenal performance, but you wouldn't have seen it if we didn't have some very, very special people from outside the school supporting us. In the earlier performance, we were very, very pleased that we had from communications, Kathy Lopez and Bode Alualua, because without communications joining us, these videos would not have looked like that. They spent days in school making sure the children performed, and it was phenomenal. I'll let you into a little secret. When I gave a little sneak preview of the videos to some of the teachers, their response was, wow, it looks better on video than it does in real life, which is all down to the wonderful work that Bode did and the work that he did, not just editing, but making sure that the children performed to their best and had absolutely no fears of the camera. So that was outstanding. The other person, the other group, the other organization I really, really have to thank is because we are here. And that is Bridget and everyone at Hostras, particularly Funke, who's in charge of the conference center, for allowing us to use the conference center so that we can actually meet, because with social distancing, we're not able to get this many people in our hall. So thank you very, very much. Funke, I think, is here. Funke, thank you very, very much for letting us use the conference center. That is absolutely wonderful. One thing I want to say, I've told you that communications came in and spent an endless amount of time making everything work for us. Hostras have allowed us to come here. We were here yesterday. We were here this morning. We've been taking over the conference center. Everybody, every other unit has donated their services free, which means that all of the money that has been raised through ticket sales can be contributed to the two partner schools that the International School of IITA work with. That's the Ola Olua Primary School. This is a primary school that we've worked with for a number of years now, a local primary school here in Ibadan, where we have run a book drive. You may recall the book drive some years ago. We got some books that were able to be set up, a library there, and the children, before the COVID, were coming into school. We had children from that school coming to join our children to take part in Readers Club and learning together. It's very, very important that we work together and partner with the local community so that the children in those schools and the children in our school learn how to make a better world. And the other school we partner with is a school called Treasure Delights, which is a school for differently able children who need special help in order their education. And our children go there to visit, are part of their learning within their units of inquiry. They're able to learn more how different children learn in different ways that people learn. So that's another school that we're going to support with all the money that people have made for the tickets. So I would like to thank you for paying for your tickets and allowing us to do that. And I'd like to thank the other units for all the work they have done to be able to make this happen in this way. Now, we've all watched this in the hall, but as I've told you, there are people all around the world watching this. So I'd like to thank our ICT staff, particularly Mr. Fokunle, for all the work they've done, maybe getting all of this online, YouTube, Facebook, all of these things I don't really understand. But if you're sitting at home watching, you have to thank Mr. Fogunle for the fact that you're able to be sitting at home and watching. So we'll give him a round of applause here. And I think I can hear a round of applause from all around the world because they wouldn't have seen it without Mr. Fogunle. The truth is that 2020 has been a challenging year in the school, but also a very, very special year. I mentioned it earlier today in my assembly. We as a school will not remember 2020 as the year of the COVID pandemic. We at the International School of IITA will remember 2020 as the year that we became an authorized IB World School. Excellent work. Great, great work. We're very, very proud to be an IB World School. I tell you what makes me more proud is that once you are part of the IB school community, all people all around the world support you. And I know online, so I'm looking into the camera, Rosalind Muchiri, who is the Associate Manager for Authorization at the International Baccalaureate Organization based in The Hague, has been with us throughout the show, watching. She's been talking to Mrs. Ekorn online as she's been going through to support us. So Rosalind, I would like to thank you for joining us, and I'd like to thank you for everything the IB does to support us as a school to help us to make successful. And as we know, 2020 was the year that we became an IB World School, but it didn't happen just like that. There was an awful lot of work that has gone in for 3 or 4 years to make sure we were an IB World School. And somebody was very, very important, and that person is also joining us online. I would like to thank Mr. P for joining us. Mr. P, you are with us. I'm waving to Mr. P. Thank you for everything you did to help us become an IB World School, and thank you for continuing to support us. I'll let you into a little secret if you don't tell anybody apart from the 2 million people who are watching around the world. Mr. P made a surprise visit to school sometime, but I'm not going to tell you when. But if you ask around, you might find out a little secret. So thank you, Mr. P, for your continued support for the school and everything you do. So bringing it closer to home, the children have already said it, but I'm going to say it again because it's so important. This event, this that you see of the children would not happen without the extra hard work of the teachers of the International School of IITA. Every one of them goes the extra mile to make sure that all the children, everybody is able to perform. Every single child is able to partake in those things. So the teachers are not here, but I know many of them are also watching online at home. So I'd like to give a big round of applause for all the teachers for everything they do. Can we give them a big round? Thank you. And of course, whenever somebody is trying to do something like this, you need someone to be in charge, take control, and make sure everything comes together. We are very, very lucky at the International School of IITA that we have someone who every year works and works and works to make sure that the December production is something phenomenal. I will be honest with you. When I was worried about getting school open in September, making sure children could come back, maybe not the last thing on my mind, but quite close to the last thing on my mind was a December production. And Mrs. Okori came to me and said, Mr. Smith, are we going to do a December production? I'm like, yeah, whatever you can do, Mrs. Okori, off you go. And I left it at that. And she came back and said, right, well, we're going to do, and she sent me a list, all these celebrations. Each class will have a different celebration, and then we'll perform it and we'll video it. I said, that sounds great. Let's do that. So we moved on and everybody did their presentations. And then we started to video it with our phones. And, you know, it didn't look that good when we videoed it with our phones. So Mrs. Okori came back to me and said, you know, Mr. Smith, it's not really looking that good when we video it with the phone. Ask me later to see Feliz Navidad filmed by us. It goes in one of those like bloopers reels, but we'll keep that one under the hat. So Mrs. Okori came back and said, Mr. Maybe we could contact communications and we could get them to come in. Oh, that'd be a good idea, right? So I contact communications. And I said, you know, if we're doing these videos, maybe we could show it in the conference center. So every step of the way, Mrs. Okori has got ideas, coming there, pushing, making things happen. So Mrs. Okori, thank you so much. Without Mrs. Okori, I tell you, this definitely would not have happened. And finally, not quite finally, second finally, let me thank all the students, and particularly these students here. We've seen Abdi and Aramide. We've also had Onyenyechi and Obedience. They have had to do this 3 times today. This is their 3rd event today. So great work, working hard, brilliant, brilliant work. Thank you very much. And now to my final set of people, to thank, not just for the December production, not just for coming out on a Friday night and supporting us, but also for all the support that you always give us and the outstanding support that myself and all the teachers have felt from the parents of the school as we have done whatever we've done with online learning and trying to come back to school and making you all wait at the gate and really disrupting all of your lives. You have continually supported us, and it's your continual support. So parents, thank you so much for your continual support, for really, really making the school work. It really has made everything successful this year. And I deal with a lot of schools, and we are the most successful school in Nigeria at dealing with this situation. I know that for a fact, because everybody else is crying. They're all crying. And the only reason we do it is because we have the support of the parents. If you didn't, if you were upset, causing trouble, or not sending your children, none of us would work. But you have been fully supportive. So thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you, those of you online, for joining us online and supporting us. And so I would just like to say a very, very, very happy Christmas to everybody. Enjoy your holidays. Have a great new year, because it's going to be even better next year. And we look forward to seeing you all back here the next time we have a major event, whether it's all together, whether it's socially distanced. Nothing will stop us making sure that our children continue learning and continuing to do even more than you can imagine. Thank you very much.